Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the backtest session. It's going to be a video where I'm going to dive into several days, a week, depending on what it is. We'll go with the flow of price action backtesting, what I'm looking for, basically inviting you to see through my lens what I look for and how I operate on a day-to-day basis in terms of price action. So let's get straight to it right away. We're going to pick a random point here, whatever it may be. We're going to pick a random point here and get to it. So there we go. We're starting right here, Wednesday, July 16. Well, we're going to start on Thursday because the Wednesday AM session had already passed. So let's go Thursday here. Alright, we're approaching that AM session here. I'm looking to see what price does now to this point. Alright, I noticed highs here. It appears that price might very well go there without us. Yeah, I like highs here. I see this high right here. We have equal highs right here. We have objectives to the upside. I like the idea of taking out these highs. So we have equal highs here. Buy side liquidity here. And objectives all here. So I like the idea of higher prices. Now, we're going to take them out here, as you can see, pre-AM session. That's unfortunate. Now I'm going to look to see, okay, as we tap into this 50-minute bullish imbalance here. I'm putting it here. These are two imbalances. So one here. One here. If we want to go to the first or second one, depending on what we do, and we want to rebalance and make a move to the upside, I'm open to that as well. If we go in reverse completely, I mean, we do have objectives to the downside as well. We have equal lows here. That I'm taking into account. But I would much rather see upside prices. So that's the only opposing factor there. If we really want to reverse, I'll miss out on that move to the downside. So we tap into this 50-minute bullish imbalance here. Internal sweep. Here you are. Now, if price decides to come and take out these lows, it is what it is. But I like these equal highs above. And then we have this right here. Liquidity. If I get the confirmations, I'll take a shot at longs. So yeah, we did end up going for those equal lows. I didn't get in on that. I was willing to let that go without me. We have this buy side liquidity here. I'm going to mark out. If we catch this inverse right here, nope, no entry there for me. I'm going to see if we get an internal sweep here. Let's see. Okay, we actually did inverse this gap here. If we close above it, I'll take one entry there. Nope, not yet. Not yet. I'll wait. And there we go. So this would have been my entry right here. I'm entered right there. Stop below the low. I'm going to target, you can target the buy side liquidity. I'm going to target the equal highs all the way above. So almost a 3-to-1 R. And so yeah, that's TP1. That's fine. I'll take profit. And stop loss is below the low. So obviously not the greatest of entries because we went way above, but willing to take it on regardless. So there we go. Stops to break even there. Very nice move. With clear objectives to the upside on the 15-minute as well. And if we go break even there, it is what it is. Not yet tapped into. And there we go. Okay, so got it. 86.25 points. Nice move to the upside off the super the equal lows. Inverse gap right there. Started to displace. Very nice move to the upside. Enter off the inverse of that gap. Stop below the low. Target the buy side liquidity and equal highs above. What I say, look, there's clear objectives to the upside. We can even go beyond it to that buy side liquidity. Wouldn't surprise me. That's exactly what we do. Clear objectives all here, all here. That's how I operate when I go inside the market every single day. First, are there objectives? Yes, clearly. And so you go top down from that point once you find the objectives to target. So there's that. Nice 86-point move to begin. We'll see what the following day brings, the Friday. All right, are we seeing anything in terms of price here right now? All right, what am I looking at? Nothing too much right now. Hold on. Still nothing much. Okay, let me go on the 5 minutes, see if there's anything clear for price. Highs here, lows here. So you can make the case for both sides right now. Let me look. This low here. Yeah, we have lows here, highs here. I would look towards the lows here to the downside. That's what I would look for. We have equal lows right here. Ideally, we make a move to the downside. That's what I would look for. So equal lows there. Let me look on the 15-minute here. So maybe we come and sweep this buy side liquidity. Maybe we come and sweep that one as well. Two areas I'm going to pay attention to, and if we get a reversal to the downside, that would be ideal. Let me look on the 1 minute now. Yeah, look. Generated liquidity. Yeah, for me, I like the downside here. Look at this. Generated liquidity here we can come take out. Unfortunately, if it does happen now, that would be unfortunate. So let's see here. What do we do? Once more, still have generated liquidity, and as you can see, on market open, we come and take out that high. So sweep of buy side liquidity there. There's still objectives to the downside. It would make sense. And I mean, yeah, this would probably be the entry. As you can see, very wiki price action. I expect this trade to be very odd in the sense that it can be very, very difficult to trade here. And I mean, the R to R is not even great at all either. So probably would pass up on this. I mean, it's a trade nonetheless you can take. I'm going to let it play out, but I wouldn't size in too much for this trade. I don't love anything about it. Yeah, I mean, that didn't do damage either, so there's still downside potential. So there's that entry I would take. I mean, I would size down here. Like I said, it could be a very messy trade. I still think nonetheless we'll head lower, though. I'd go break even right here. I take profits. That's these equal lows here. So profits would have been taken right there, and I'd go break even. And would have got stop break even there. Like I said, a very messy trade, profitable nonetheless, but not surprised at the messy trade it was. And went to our targets, nice draws for price, but you can see just how market open and how price was acting. It was going to be a messy trade nonetheless. But yeah, good analysis there, clear objectives, and we move. So that would be a very small profit day, and then the Thursday would have been a nice trade. So 2-0 so far. Let's see here. All right, what am I seeing here? Let me go on the 5 minute. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I need to say much, right? It's pretty obvious. Let me look here, buy side liquidity right here. Took this low, sweep of these lows here, so sell side right here. We'll see if price, ooh, I didn't see this though. Low resistance here. Low resistance above. So we have two sets of low resistance liquidity. Look here and also look below. So if we get confirmations from this point to the upside, I will entertain a trade long. I'm also taking into account the fact that there is low resistance to the downside as well. Not seeing any confirmations here worth taking right now. Let's see, what does price do here? I'm still waiting. We have this here, we have this gap right here. So I'd probably enter right now at the validation of this gap. Again, taking into account that there is low resistance liquidity to the downside, I'm willing to take on this risk. 3-1 R. Most of my position would be off of the equal highs there. And yeah, got the fair value gap formed. Like I said, I would likely wait for the retest, but this entry is not bad nonetheless. But I would wait for the retest ideally. So we have this gap formed here. Yeah, I would enter this. Market open can provide some manipulation, so that's the risk that comes with it, but I do like the objectives to the upside. Look, damage must be done in my eyes to the upside as well. There is downside potential as well. That's the risk that comes with it. But given the confirmations, given the low resistance, look at the 5 minute. Yeah, I'll take this on for sure. More than happy with this one. So let's see. Starting to get a move now to the upside. And there we go. I'd go break even here. There's TP1 tapped. Hello, 63.75 points. Like that. Beautiful move. Why? Like I said, liquidity. Look at the targets here. Lots of liquidity to come take out. Made sense. Got it. Done. That's 3-0. So 3 wins, no losses yet. 2 full take profit, nice ones. 1 only partial take profit taken. So again, very nice analysis. Got the confirmations I was looking for. Willing to risk it. And the rest is history there. All right, I'm looking to the upside right now. Look at what I'm seeing. Yep, equal highs. We have equal highs here. To the downside. Oh, we do have this low resistance. That's true. We have this low resistance right here. So that's something to take into account. All the way here. So we have all of this here. That is something to take into account, like I said. Right now, you can make the case for both sides. So there's a risk that comes with that whenever you do that. No sweep here, so nothing for me to find an entry on just yet. Did we come and take this high? So we have buy side here. I mean, right now, like I said, you can make the case for both sides. Look at the liquidity to the downside, though. It does make sense if price wants to dump here. Equal lows right here. Equal lows right here. So we do have objectives to the downside. Likewise to the upside. Yeah, had I got the entry, I would have looked for a short here. All the way down. Clearly, price is doing it without me. No entry there. TP1 would have been there. TP2 would have been there. And final take profit would have been here. Unfortunately, no entry there for me. Price just completely went at market open. I think we still have room to head lower. Like I said, this is what I would have been looking for. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a risky trade. I'm not going to lie. Hold on. This is a bit of a risky trade. It is. And I'll tell you why. We have taken out liquidity. This is a continuation trade. This would be a bit of a risky trade here. I would go break even right after taking this low here. So, I mean, yeah, okay. Entering here, yeah, it's risky, but I'd go break even if we took that low. Yeah, break even here. If we get stopped at break even, that's a break even trade. No problem. Yeah, break even there. I'm not willing to risk it just because it's a bit risky. I do think this draw is still going to be tapped, but would have been very strict with this trade. And there we go. Would have gone to full take profit there. Very strict with the trade only because we took out part of the liquidity. A reversal was definitely possible. But nice move nonetheless. Good analysis. Didn't get the initial entry I wanted, but it is what it is. So still 3 trades, 3 wins, and well, 1 break even. We'll avoid that. But like I said, coming into the market, the first thing you want to look for is objectives, liquidity. Is there a reason for price to go a certain way? And what are we seeing form here? I mean, guys, come on. Beautiful there. Beautiful. Yeah. This is textbook here once more. All these lows here below. Sell side here. Sweep was done. Sweep was done. We do have equal highs though, but in my eyes, the liquidity here just looks much nicer. So I'd like to see manipulation above, ideally, and then a move to the downside. So maybe come and take these equal highs here. And then a move to the downside after. Okay, we got a sweep here. That's good enough. Sweep of buy side here. I would look for a move to the downside now after that. So we'll see if the equal highs do want to get tapped, but if not, I'm still okay with a move to the downside off that sweep of buy side liquidity alone. I mean, well, that would not give us an entry again. And there's the objective. The playbook is playing out very nice. I would go break even if I got an entry. No entry there, so wouldn't take a trade, obviously. That is what it is. And then, I mean, if you're looking for a continuation, you can take that and bear the risk with it. I would likely pass up on it. And yeah, I do think that we'll head lower here to take out some of these lows. It just makes sense. And then from that point, we reverse completely. So, yep, the framework of our trade was absolutely correct. Just no entry there. Market open just completely dumped. So still 3 trades, 3 wins. And, I mean, 4 trades, 1's a break even. We'll do another day, one more day. Equal highs above, sell side below. Yeah, we'll give it one more. 8 a.m. We have equal highs above. That didn't get tapped. So we do have equal highs above. Come and sweep that low. Sweep of sell side right here. 15-minute bullish imbalance right here we're delivering out of. And there are equal highs above that haven't been taken. We do have lows here, but no, the equal highs is what I'm likely looking for. That's the objective. That makes sense. We have low resistance here that hasn't been taken completely here. Look at these lows. Yeah, for me, longs just look nice. Yep, longs look nice to me. We have this breaker right here that forms. If we validate it, you can definitely look for a trade. Not yet. I'm going to wait here, see if we get the validation. So that'll stay put. Nope, nothing just yet. Nothing just yet. Still, we're chopping around here. And there we go. So that's my entry right here. I'm entered right here. I put stop below the low. And you see my TP1. You see my final take profit. That's exactly what I would target. Look at the liquidity here. Look at all of this that has to be taken out. Look, it must be taken out. It makes sense. These trades are rooted in sound logic. And so that's my entry. And we have our objectives clearly defined. And let's see, off that breaker. Retest there. Come and take out some lows. Again, manipulation now. So this could cause us to get stopped out, a quick manipulation. If that happens, I'm still open to longs. The damage hasn't been done just yet. Nope, still here. We're still in this. And hold on. Yeah, very, 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 very wiki price action here. Stopped out there. So there's our first loss. I'm still open to higher prices. So what do we get here? These haven't been taken. I still think we can head higher. Sweep of sell side right here. 15-minute bullish imbalance right here. Yeah, and look at the equal highs, look at the equal highs. Yeah, sets of equal highs there. It just makes sense for a move to the upside. Tapped into there. And if we inverse this gap, V-shape reversal, I'm taking that. If we get a V-shape reversal there, a nice reversal. There we go, I'm in. And that's what I wanted to see. That is pretty nice. Objectives to the upside, generated liquidity here, equal highs, 2 sets of equal highs, 2.58 to 1R. And let's see what price does. Tap that inverse gap. Moving slowly, but surely. Still moving very slowly here. Slow price action, but still definitely worth holding. I think the objectives do make complete and utter sense. Yep, still makes sense here. I'm fine with this. I still think we'll head higher. We're going to extend this. This could take a while, but we'll see. If that's 2 losses, then that would be it for me for that day. And there we go. Stops at break even. TP1 tapped. That's around 70 points. And we're holding a runner, let's say, at the equal highs here. And I'd probably close it around now because we're starting to head towards the end of the day. So I'd probably call it there. So still, I take my full take profit at around there then. So nice move there, 70 points. Clear objectives to the upside, very nice. And so it wasn't the greatest delivery on that day, but still you're seeing what I was looking for. It happened to play out, very nice. And there we go, so that did get here. And that's that. So that's 5 trades or 6 trades, 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 break even. Showing you how I operate in the markets, the lens, finding the liquidity, finding the objectives, finding the entry within it, looking for the manipulation, looking for the confirmations, looking for the entries that make sense with the objectives clearly defined. So that's what I look for. What do you see here? Liquidity here. That will likely be taken out. I'm just showing you guys. And yeah, but that's what I would look for in terms of the markets. And there you go. Now you see it. You see it comes to do damage here. There's liquidity to the downside, and that's what it does. It goes to do damage. Liquidity generated here to the upside. It goes to do damage. That's what it does time and time again. So you have to look for that, find your entry within that direction, and do that time and time again. So that's the backtest session done. I hope you gain some insight out of this, how to look for these setups, what to look for. I wish you good luck at trading. If you have any questions, reach out to me, and take care, everybody.